spotted 2 bears, and then we found a dead mule deer carcass.
Alright, we're headed back out. It's the last day. Sorry I didn't get to shoot an end of the day video yesterday. It was it was exciting. After the morning hunt, we went back to the truck, kind of dry our feet off and warm up a little bit, and we ran onto this fella, and he told us about a bear den that he knew where a bear den was. So come to find out, he was explaining it to us, and it's basically about 50 yards from where we've been glassing from. So we go back out, go looking for this bear den. Upon looking for the bear den, we smell something, and we kind of follow the smell, and there is a dead mule deer carcass. It had a pretty good odor to it, and a bear had been on this carcass. I mean, just big old piles of poo. We go back to our glassing spot. We kind of get in a position to where we could see somewhat of this carcass, and we hunt, and we get rained on, and we get snowed on, and we get sleeted on. Finally, we're like, let's head back out. So we head back out to the truck. We get to the truck. Brian starts digging in his pocket for his keys, and I knew that we might have a problem when he started patting his pants pocket very quickly. And needless to say, we can't find his keys. He had pulled his gloves out of his pocket when we were at the deer carcass. So guess what? We drive the UTV all the way back, and then hike back down in the dark where this bear was munching on this deer carcass, searching around by bear den, by this deer carcass, looking for his keys. We couldn't find the keys anywhere. So we started making a plan of, and we're back in there a little ways, and we don't have cell phone reception. So we start trying to figure out a plan to, you know, what are we gonna do? Well, he makes one last ditch effort, and he looks in his backpack. He starts pulling stuff out of his backpack, and lo and behold, his keys were in his backpack the whole time. But I've never been so glad to have truck keys.
Me too.
Yeah, we made it back safe. That's the main thing. And it was late when we got in, so we didn't go out this morning. But we're headed back out. This is the last day. Make one last ditch effort, see if we can't see a bear. So enough of my rambling. So we ran onto a guy on a 4-wheeler the other night, and he said there's an elk carcass somewhere up here. We don't know. We're gonna try to find it. One last ditch effort, and see if we can't find the elk carcass or run across something. It's the last day, so. Alright, we're back at the cabin. We gave it one last go. We went out and checked around, looked for that elk, or that elk carcass that fella had told us about, and couldn't find it. And we're getting everything loaded up, and we're going to head out early in the morning. But it's been a great trip. We didn't kill a bear. We've learned a lot about bears. Just had a good time with family and friends. That's the main thing. What do you think, Colton?
It's been a great trip, man. It's been a incredible learning experience. It's been great hanging out with all these guys, and didn't get a bear, but made up for it with lots of beer and laughs and hot tubbing and ATVing and views. And
It's a good time. We're having fun. That's the main thing. That's what hunting's about. Kill it. Harvesting the animal is just a bonus. Everything else is the friends, the family. That's the main thing. And just learning about a species. I've learned more about bears in the last week than I knew my whole life. So we got Devin here.
Yeah, it was a good time. It got real muddy and got real wet every day, except for the first couple days. We were all blinded by the dust. So the weather's pretty crazy out here. But yeah, bears are really good at hide and seek, and we lost this game this week. So we'll be back though. We'll be back.
We did find a bear. His name's Teddy.
we did find ourselves a bear.
Funniest moment or anything like that of the trip? Anything that just sticks out to you, like funniest?
Well, probably when I got off the four-wheeler, we found a spot to go glass, and I got off the four-wheeler because needed to pee, and I get off the four-wheeler and I'm peeing, and about 5 seconds in, I hear a growl in the bushes.
That was pretty trippy.
And it sounds like a bear.
Yeah.
It definitely sounds like a bear. About 15 yards, and I'm thinking, oh boy. So I rush to get my gun out of the case. My pants are still unbuckled. Devin's right there. We can't see him because it does sound like a bear, trust me. So we're ready. We're ready to see a bear come out of the bushes. And we sit there for a long time trying to get in a position to see it. It's still growling. We're like, man, there's a bear 15 yards from us. We can't see it. And then, sure enough, we finally walk up this ridge to get above it and see it. And we get over this ridge, and we see the biggest bear we had ever seen in our life. We're thinking we're gonna kill the biggest bear in Colorado. It's our first time ever bear hunting, but we can't see its head. So we're like, we're gonna wait a second, make sure it's legal. Well, it finally puts up its head, and it's a bull. It's a bull cow. So we were pretty disappointed, to say the least.
Hey, in your defense, that it does, if you ever come into Colorado and you hear the noise that makes.
When you hear what we heard, you will think there's no way that wasn't a bear. And Nick will put that in right now.
Yeah, it's right here.
Right here.
Any funny moments? I know one. I'm looking at Brian. It's a funny, scary moment.
Well, when I lost the key to the truck, yeah. That was funny, scary. Funny after it was scary.
Yeah.
But that was, I would say, my funniest moment. As soon as I found the key, it was funny.
Yeah.
Till then, it was not funny.
Yeah. You don't appreciate truck keys until you don't have any.
Yeah, lovely. Have you been in the snow and sleet and rain all day? Yeah, that had to be my funniest moment.
I think I documented that. You'll see that. We told the story. So that was interesting.
First day we went in and had a lot of expectations.
Ben found the bear sign, by the way.
Well,
he
we
did the
both
hardest
did.
part, and then he never hunted again.
We both did. Yeah. Well, I'm not a big fan of the cold, snowy rain, mud, but these guys are trippers, and they went out there. Yeah, we found the sign and the bear. But no, first day we went out, we found a bunch of signs. bunch of scat, and knew they were in the area. So we tried glassing a little bit, and then I think we got a little excited and got off in there and just, you know,
Trying to go to them.
trying to go to them, take it to them with our first bear hunt. So we got off in there and
We found one.
we trekked all through there. And,
We found one doing
pretty
it.
much
We found each other.
cut
Yeah.
a big circle, and we were cutting back, and we had been off in there for hours, and we were cutting back to actually go back to the UTV. So we kind of let off of our stealth mode for a minute, and just the minute that we did,
Bebopping on down the trail.
well, we were coming down in this bowl, and down the other side was a pretty good sized black bear. And his first two steps when he seen us were towards us, and it was quite the visual. I'll never forget it. It was our first black bear to ever see in the woods like that. And, it was definitely something to see.
That was something to see.
That's cool. It gets you pumped up though, didn't it?
Yeah, got pumped up. I was all pumped up till the snow and rain and everything. I kind of laid down, but these guys couldn't. They were ready
He
to
laid
walk
down
the
like the
rest
bears.
of the day. Yeah. I hibernated and ate.
Well,
And the carcass was fun.
yeah,
It was a good trip.
it was a good trip.
A bunch of great guys.
Well, we got some stew cooking over here, and
There we were.
corn. That's one good thing about deer or bear camp or any type of camping. We eat good.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm supposed to lose a little weight. I don't think I can.
We're gonna leave. Everybody's leaving out early in the morning. We're gonna head back, but it's a good time.
So is that what you take a picture of what you see on the phone?
Just count down.
Is it taking a picture?
Everybody say cheese.
What's it doing?
3, 2, 1.
What? Cheese?
Smile.
The fog's rolling back.
All right,
in.
that
Look at
should be good.
Yeah. All right. So what's happening? Did you take a picture?
Yeah, I took a picture.
Okay.